Hi there. In this video, we'll be covering how to publish a book for beginners. The book process can be overwhelming, and I want to make it just a little bit easier for you. By the end of this video, you will learn some of the most basic steps that a book follows to get to publication, why design and layout matter, and what you can do once your book is published. And stay tuned until the end of the video for a free opportunity I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. The first step in the process is to write your book. Writing is tough, writing is hard, writing is scary. I get it. As somebody who's written or ghostwritten 30+ books, I know how scary it can be to put your ideas into this sort of order that you have, to put them into chapters, to bring them all together, and ultimately to share it with the world. You know, it's scary. You know, what are people going to think? Which is why you really need to spend some time making the writing as strong as possible, you know, planning out the writing process, making progress every week. It's so easy to be overwhelmed and challenged by how hard this is and want to give up. But if you can set a good plan for yourself and make consistent progress, you can find your way to success. Something I constantly tell people is the number 275. If you can write 275 words every single day, at the end of the year, you'll have 100,000 words written. It's scary to think of a book that's 30,000 words, 40,000 words, 100,000 words, but if you can make steady, consistent progress, you can make this happen. After you've finished writing your draft, the next step is editing. Editing is really a check of your work. You know, making sure that your writing is as strong as possible, making sure that the story connects and flows and makes sense, making sure that you're not missing anything. You know, thinking about spelling, thinking about story structure, thinking about, you know, duplicating things. This is redundant, take it out. Your editor is going to be able to help you find out where the flaws and issues are in your draft. There's really 3 layers of editing. The first one is content or developmental editing. That's the 30,000-foot view. That's seeing if the story flows and if it makes sense and if there's anything missing, anything that should get taken out. The next step is copy editing. And copy editing goes a little bit deeper on the paragraph level, the word level, the sentence level, you know, grammar, style, punctuation, making sure that the name that you spelled on page 45 and repeated on page 65 are spelled the same and spelled correctly, those sorts of things. Proofreading is really that catch-all third round that, you know, if there's something that missed the first 2 steps, that's the third. That's proofreading. It's really a chance to get those 3 layers, those 3 sets of eyes on it, and to go as deep as you can on making this a great book. It's one thing to write a book, it's another thing to make it look nice and pretty and happy and exciting. Book design and layout are so important to this whole process, and it often gets overlooked. A lot of times people put together books that are very straightforward in terms of the way they look. It can be so powerful and moving to have a layout and a cover design that draw people in, that make them want to read. You know, your cover is engaging. It needs to be engaging or people aren't going to open it. And the interior layout, if it's not engaging, people could zone out or drift away. You know, that layout or that cover is a chance to capture the reader's attention and to not let up. And they can be so meaningful. When it's done well, when you see it, you know, you can see it in books that are designed and laid out a certain way. And it's so special when someone takes the care and attention to match the powerful writing with powerful design. The next step in the process is formatting and uploading. You want to make sure that you figure out where you're publishing this book and to follow the parameters that they need in order to be able to do so. Lots of books are published on Amazon, for example, and Amazon has lots of different formats for books. And with those different formats, such as ebooks, there could be different formatting issues that come into play. So you really need to follow the rules on whatever platforms or processes that you use to publish your book. But there's so many different available to you today, and it's special to be able to pick and choose where you want your book to appear and the formats in which it's going to appear. Your book is published. Congratulations. That is a huge moment. It's an awesome moment. But there's steps that come after that. You know, this isn't just set it and forget it. This isn't Ron Popeil's rotisserie oven. This is something different. This is an opportunity for you to market and promote and build something, build a platform, build an expertise, build a skill set to establish yourself out of everybody else that you're the expert who wrote this book, and to be in that space for years to come. And that's up to you. Even if you end up traditionally publishing your book, and most people end up self-publishing, but there are traditional publishing as well. Regardless of which path you choose for the publication, either way, it's up to you to make sure that this book is as successful as it can be. You are the most important element to ensuring the book's success, and your efforts on the promotion side are going to help carry this book forward for years to come. So the work doesn't end when the book is published. In one sense, that's just the beginning. Then this next journey is about sharing it and getting out there and meeting people and connecting. It's such a powerful process and such an exciting process, and I wish you all the luck on your journey. If you want to learn more about how to publish a book for beginners, there's another video that I recorded that I definitely want you to check out. It's called How to Publish a Book. In that video, I cover so many different topics about the book writing and publishing process. I go a little deeper in some areas. There's so many things to explore, and that's a longer video, so it gives me more chance to share those messages. But if you're interested in this topic, I definitely want you to check out that one as well. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.